All right, so here it comes. We got another match going. Sorry about the desync. You guys know how Battle.net works. Sometimes we're just going to have to rehost these matches, but we'll get them going here as quick as we can. So my theory is that Frostbitten is electing to go Dogs of War to go Arabian, and I think he's going to go with the Flame Strike champion, or the Flame Strike hero. He's going to try and use the big AoE to help keep up in the early game, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, you could see a lot of options. Dogs of War certainly has probably the largest range of options to pick from here. If he goes Chaos Dwarf for the Mortar guy, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Mortar Chaos Dwarf hero is also very strong. So we see the same picks, except they're in the opposite corners this time around. We have Airenikus in the northeast in the blue on Lizardmen. In the southwest in the red, we have Frostbitten again on the Dogs of War. He is going Tilia Estalia Sartosa. Oh. Okay, I believe that was Tapak. I believe that was Kodal. But we'll confirm that once the altar gets up here and the heroes take the board. So he isn't electing to go Chaos Dwarf. He's also not electing to go Arabian, so we'll see what comes of this. Flying allies coming. The big boats. Want to go? Yeah, sure, absolutely. You guys can jump in. Do you need me to?
No, all good, everyone.
Oh yeah,
Hello, thank you.
that's right. You're here in the match. Cool. All right, good deal.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Let me
Hello,
make
everyone. Nice having you.
let me make sure your audio is good. Say something real quick.
Hello, lads. I hope I'm audible.
Yep, that's you.
Sorry, my mic quality is a little bit shit, but other than that, I'm happy to welcome everyone here.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it sounds good to me. I think you sound just fine.
Hell yeah. Arenicus has one Quetzal, by the way, which is my favorite spec. Imitation is the best form of flattery. We'll see how he goes. And Frostbitten has gone. Paymaster, which is also really cool. He has a very peculiar skill set. He has an aura that makes your heroes map-wide sell items for a higher price. Also, he summons these halberdier dudes. We can see him creeping with the halberdier guys down on the bottom. And he has a super cool ult. One of my favorite ults in game, but I'm not sure if we'll see it. And Arenicus is going for my playstyle with the Quetzal because of the +3 armor item, and he has opted to go for Skink Pull, so he wants to have a bit more early game control, whereas I just rush Saurus Warriors. So yeah, that's basically the lay of the land.
Fair. This hero, they can also, like, can't you just spend money directly on upgrading with or is it that you purchased the pikeman with gold?
Yeah, it's a thing. Halberdiers, there are two types of them. So ones are summoned. They are called legionnaires or something, or legionnaire halberds or whatever. And on tier 2, a different halberdier is available, and you can just burst heal him for some gold. I know Frostbitten has liked to use this strategy in the past.
That's
We'll use it
right.
again here.
You can. That's right. You can pay money to heal. I remember that you could pay money to do something with this hero. I thought that was really unique.
With this hero, you can pay some money to get a random item, but he has gone a different spell, which allows him to basically control summons. Although the numbers are a little bit off, I'm gonna address it in the next patch. Like the spell is, like it's not technically buggy, but it doesn't just work the way I have intended it to. So I'm not sure if he'll be able to control these Serpent Wards, but maybe he will like steal a Serpent Ward from Airenikus, because this spell allows him to do it. And I doubt Airenikus knows this strat, so he'll be more than a little bit surprised as to what the hell's going on.
Right, right. A forward sentry ward here by Frostbitten. I guess he picked that up off the creep camp, and he's just immediately using it to get some vision in the middle of the map.
Yeah, both players creeping, but Frostbitten expands at the back of it, so we'll see how it goes. Airenikus looks to be all-inning, and really cool. I'm not sure why he went for Quetzal spec if he wants to all-in tier 1 lizard, the lizard spec, which is Itzel would have been better, but that's okay.
Yeah, he's actually fighting illusions right now. I think he recognized that the front half were illusions and the back half were not. He's taking a lot of poke from the skirmishers here. Getting pushed back.
Goes for Staff of Preservation, which also gives him 25% mana speed. Mana regeneration speed, the Skink Warchief does, that is.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Frostbitten's just going to push right into the main here. Immediately dropping the forward skink towers.
Yeah, 3 of them.
We've seen Inspired doing this quite a lot. 4 of them. He's building a new summer home in Frostbitten's front yard. Gets a big crit off on the Paymaster there. Dispel Scroll goes out, knocking out all the summons from the Skink Warchief. Another big chunk out of the Paymaster, putting him down to 25% health. The towers are coming up. They're gonna finish. There's nothing that he can that he's actively doing about that.
Yeah, I think Airenikus is gonna do it, to be honest. Only once Dispel Scroll remaining. So the next batch of snakes is gonna be super strong. And 3 towers are up, the 4th one is up. Yeah, I think this is 1-0.
Yeah,
What a
looks
cheesy but efficient strat from Airenikus.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would have said it would have believed Airenikus would have taken the first match off of Frostbitten here. But yeah, early game all in, 4 towers in the front yard. It's a very strong strat. I mean, it's not entirely over yet. I mean, Frostbitten is trying to rebuild. He does have a mining natural here.
That is very true.
And they're both still equal levels on the heroes, although the Paymaster is decidedly lower health. Two more skink towers going up. I'm surprised we haven't seen a forward totem as well. I've noticed, I know a lot of these guys have been electing to drop a forward totem somewhere up here just to be able to get some healing in.
Yeah, a strat pioneered by Inspired. Yeah, this would have been quite efficient, but a shop is also very nice.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, this poison stack absolutely shreds the poor Telians, I suppose I should call them. Yeah, by now, to be honest, Frostbitten has to abandon his main base probably and just focus on getting the expansion up. I don't think Airenikus knows about the expansion, although he's gonna scout it in a second.
Yeah, I agree entirely. I think Frostbitten's just trying to peel off any experience he can here, picking off summon units and anything he can, and just try and stay relevant on EXP, which he has done. They're both even. What would you do in this spot? I feel like if I'm Frostbitten, I might even be trying to find another expansion location, possibly? Like trying to find another place to...
He has plenty of resources.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't know, dropping a second barracks and then running to the shop, buying some Dispel Scrolls and maybe some items.
Yeah.
Definitely cancel the upgrade on the main, because the main is absolutely screwed. I guess he can queue 100 Halberdiers right now, but he's not doing it. while the main stands.
Well, the repair is real here. He's actually staying like at a positive repair to damage taken ratio, where he's not actually, well, oh, actually, he's very, very slowly losing health here. But I think if he were to, can he, yeah, he can multi-build, so he could throw another worker on here, or two.
If he had an altar, he would be able to build a second hero, although I'm not sure, like, which one would be helpful here.
The mortar, I would believe.
No, you can't go for the mortar, because the mortar requires a different subsection.
Oh, I see. We see another 20-foot teleport scroll? Or is that... Oh, that's boots. No, that was a scroll.
Actually, if only he had the Dispel Scroll, I think this would have been very holdable, but right now I'm not sure. One tower is up.
Yeah, the Outriders are doing a good job at pushing back the skinks here.
A couple of micro mistakes from Airenikus. He lost a couple of units that he didn't have to lose. But I think he's still in a good spot, but... Okay, he destroyed the main. He's in a really good spot, I suppose. But extremely well held by Frostbitten. I think he's done all good. It's probably not gonna be enough, but great entertainment value from the Dogs of War player.
Yeah, I'm not ready to count him out here. I'm not. They're both even on EXP. They both have the same amount of mining bases. He's dropped the barracks. He's got a million monies in his pocket. I feel like there's a world where he could still come back into this. I would not be tapping out just yet.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Like, there is comeback potential for him.
What Airenikus needs to do, if he actually wanted to seal this out, would be to get a natural expansion of his own, now that he's got his opponent fairly contained.
Yeah, you know what? All of a sudden, this looks reasonably decent for Frostbitten.
Yeah,
the push is over. He has held.
Yeah, now the advantage very decisively goes to Frostbitten, I would say. He's got a money lead. He's managed to keep up on EXP with the enemy hero despite being pushed into. Hitting up the shop right now, getting some Dispel Scrolls. Yep.
Yeah, Airenikus, I think, needed tier 2 Salamander maybe to close this out more confidently. He has overbuilt towers at the natural, or not at the natural, but at the main base, and he has not realized in time. Had he realized maybe just like 30 seconds earlier that there's an expansion up, I think his timings would have been better. But right now the game is anyone's for the taking, I suppose.
Yeah, I
Very
think...
cool hold, very cool push, and very cool defense by Frostbitten.
Yeah, it was excellent gameplay. I do think this might have been a bit excessive. I don't think he needed these 3 towers here. I think this probably should have been... I agree, teching up. I was surprised to see the no follow-up of Salamanders coming in. That's been a pretty normal tactic to when you do early games, to push into having Salamanders to couple a very strong ranged sieging unit. Selecting to clear out these buildings. I don't know if I would have done this.
No, it makes a lot of sense. He wants to expand. And
I
see. 7
see.
towers here already, so...
Yeah. Yeah, he's taking this expansion at Frostbitten's old base. Okay.
So unfortunately, Frostbitten has been attacking with his tower the general stand for quite a while, but that's okay. He has dispelled all of the lizards anyway.
What is life insurance?
Means that whenever you lose a unit, a certain one, like most of the units here, you get, I believe, 10 times the supply it takes up as a refund. So Outriders would be 30 gold, and Halberdiers, which he has none because all of them are summons. The real Halberdiers is like 40 gold. As a cannon, cannons are very strong.
Oh, that's really cool. So it's life insurance. You get a bit of money back when they die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also an item which is an insurance contract which refunds you like 200 gold per level when you die. So same thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I definitely
And
oh.
I believe it only works if the opponent kills you, so as to prevent insurance fraud.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of salamanders, does look like Airenikus has elected to push out with a force of some salamanders to help siege. Very, as I was saying earlier, they're very mobile for a sieging unit. I feel the salamander. It's just very fast moving.
Yeah, but they only have 600 range or something, or even like 500. So this puts them at a disadvantage when it comes to true siege units.
You know, some of the outriders getting caught out by the main force of Airenikus up north here. I would imagine he might be looking to double expand maybe and take over his natural as well. Maybe. The outriders just coming in trying to get some worker harassment done.
Yeah, and they can do it very efficiently. Lizardmen have this like disadvantage because like an armored type of armor is quite a bit worse than normal armor in general. So all workers have medium armor except for like a couple exceptions, and one of those exceptions is Lizardmen, and they have um, unarmored armor. That's why Outriders melt them more or less.
Looks like he got in. He killed a handful of workers, and he's managing to get out with all of his outriders. I think actually, I think he lost one. Right? He came in with 4 initially.
Yeah, very cool game. Like the fact that Arenicus now has his base up where the main used to be. Now saturating it with workers, super cool. Like this is very entertaining. The Razormoon games were just a tiny bit underwhelming, I'd say, but this one is hell of a battle to watch. It's so fun.
Yeah, Frostbitten electing to get his team of cannons out here to help push back or knock down these towers that have occupied his old house. Frostbitten certainly has the army advantage here, I would say. Lots of back and forth and posturing. But with the tower advantage, though, Airenikus certainly has the damage to hold this aggression off. His spell scroll going out.
I'm not sure what it was dispelling. Maybe there were a couple of lizards, but I didn't notice.
Yeah, I as well wasn't really sure.
I think the specialization choice is hurting Arenicus a little bit here, because he doesn't really benefit from Quetzal. He can build a second shop and upgrade it into a ziggurat of Quetzal. That would actually be beneficial here, but he's not doing it. I'm not sure he knows like what advantages it confers. Like it would be able to grant the nearby towers plus 20 armor, which would be helpful.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of armor.
Yeah.
Well, inch by inch, Frostbitten is pushing and sieging into this location here.
Paymaster is almost level 6, to be honest, and my dream of seeing Adventurers and Opportunists, the ultimate is called. My dream of seeing this ultimate in a pro game will likely come true, I would say.
Yeah, a couple more kills here. Push him over.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, this tower goes down and we see a roaming hero of level, I think 4. It's probably gonna be level 4. The
There it is.
Hero will come out, yeah. Costs 425 and 100 just as a normal hero, but you get a summon hero of level 4. Arenicus is gonna be so freaking confused. Hell yeah, gut stomp!
Oh wow.
Okay, I have completely lied about the hero level. because I thought he skilled the what's it called?
He gets a free level 6 hero?
Yeah.
Our advantage Frostbitten. Yeah, right. Airenikus is about to shit his pants. What the hell?
Yeah, it's like Tiny Lizardman's worst nightmare.
Out come the Iron Guts as well, since he has level 6, he's able to use his ultimate.
Yeah, you actually have to skill the passive ability twice in order to get it, and I thought he had all skill points in the... There we go, Gut Stomp.
The Gut Stomp crippling the enemy heroes.
Airenikus must be so confused right now. Yeah, I believe this game no longer favors him. So unless you skill the other ability, the hero levels are lower. But here, yeah, at least they have like some crippled stats. So he has -4 armor, and yeah, they cost a lot of resources. Yeah, he says he has taken the wrong spec. I think if he has taken the other one, it would have been. He probably would have been the necessary edge for him. But Quetzal, he doesn't know. Yeah.
I mean, that's unfortunate, but I feel like that's an is what it is kind of situation. He certainly played this, certainly played the match out. I think that this was, I mean, yes, that's a contributor, but I'm not sure how much of a difference it would have made overall. As Airenikus was still spending his money the entire time, so he's, he was gaining benefit, and I don't know. Guess we'll have to see if we end up seeing a rematch out of Airenikus later on.
Yeah, if he has gone Itzel, he would have had more lizards. And right now he would have been able to throw the rocks by the pterodons twice as much and versus buildings.
Yeah, he would have had additional summoned units, which would have been helpful. Here come the pterodon. Airenikus is having segued over into a massive ball of pterodon now, which are a fairly high damage normal damage unit, but trying to sneak in. I mean, Frostbitten had to have seen this unit ball headed down towards his base here. Immediately, town portals back. Airenikus is trying to pull back. Immediately, we're gonna see a gut stomp. There it is.
Yeah, right now I think the situation favors Frostbitten just due to the ultimate. And a really nice hero choice. I was wondering whom he would go for. I usually just go with the Wave Watcher. I'm not sure why. I just like her.
Right.
But, yeah, Gut Stomping Dude is an excellent decision here.
Oh yeah, well.
He has -4 armor, but yeah, still able to survive.
Well, just gain. Yeah, it's the simple fact of just gaining a free, a level 6 hero, and then immediately getting his third hero on the board as well. Suddenly, it was a level 5 versus 2 level 6s and a level 2.
Yeah, but extremely well played by Airenikus nonetheless, I would say, because he is the underdog here, and he unfortunately picked the wrong spec for him, and still,
Yeah, that
very close to winning.
absolutely. Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting Airenikus to be as close to pulling off a W as he was there. That early game all in, it was very strong. It very nearly sealed the game out. If Frostbitten hadn't elected to go for the early expand there, he would have been knocked out of the game right there.
Yeah, also just like a little bit unlucky that he didn't scout the expansion a bit earlier. As a Lizardman player, I do most of the things wrong, but one of the few things that I think I normally do right is that I like to scout with the lizards, the expansions, because they're free.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So
And
I
yeah,
have no idea for whichever reason this is my habit. Yeah,
uh,
Airenikus says this in the Discord that he didn't scout out the expo early enough.
yeah. Given that you have any of the races that have the free summoned units, Beasts of Chaos are kind of the same way, where you know you should absolutely be sending some of them summons around to the other expansion locations as well, and just keeping tabs on your opponent throughout the game. At least at like certain breakpoints. I know a lot of people like to do that at certain time interval breakpoints. So like, okay, I pushed it onto the map. Now I will check. Maybe I'll check again once I'm teching to tier 2, or if I'm taking my own expand, I'll check again, something like that, where it's like a mental cue. So they have an idea of timings. But yeah, it was a very strong strategy. The forward building strategy coming into play a lot lately on the Lizardmen, with forward skink towers, forward totems, and the forward shops as well, being a recurring strategy we're seeming to see a lot here. If you were in his spot, would you have gone with the extra lizards, or would you have gone towards the Saurus? What would you have done here?
I think he just didn't practice Saurus enough, so he doesn't know that how strong they can be. In this spec, they're actually very strong. So if you just rush tier 3, well, after you realize that your push didn't work, if you just go tier 3 and build one Saurus barracks, I think the Saurus would have been able to hold their line.
Yeah, yeah, I could.
I don't know. I just like the spec so much.
I know. You keep you keep going back to it, trying to pull it off. I mean, they are strong for sure. The race in general is very strong. I'll be curious to see what it looks like once we taper some of the more obnoxious points of it back a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm trying to figure out the switches. Both are gonna switch. So I'd say PM races and good luck, have fun.
Both players are electing the switch.
Yep. Well, this is what Arenicus is called. So the rule is after
Uh,
you, whoever loses has to say who switches, like the one, the other, or both.
so
So let's choose.
Frostbitten would make the call then, right?
No, whoever loses. So Arenicus has lost.
Oh, I see. I'm
Left.
sorry.
No.
Okay. I would say I would if I was to guess, I would think that Frostbitten probably has a more diverse race pool, because Airenikus is new to the scene. Yes.
They're both approximately like technically speaking, just from the standpoint of when they played their first game, as far as the calendar is concerned. I think they've been around for the same amount of time, but Arenicus is not playing nearly as much. Frostbitten
Okay.
likes to study the races on his own and stuff, and prepare some really wacky strats, more or less like the one we have seen right now, which was really cool and really well executed. I was blaming him for taking to tier 2, but that general stand has saved his life later.
Right.
Arenicus doesn't play much. He basically knows 2 races.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed is that like I haven't seen him in like the fast cups. I don't. Well, actually, I think he was in the last one, right? I haven't seen his name as often in the like the FFAs and the matches that we do. So I didn't know he was he's an older school player. That's cool. Has he been a Lizardman main the whole time?
Yeah, he's also tried dabbling in vampires.
I see. Did he also
But yeah, he likes ogres. Ogres more.
Did he also swap off the vampires when the Van Carsteens took a hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed that trend. I know there was a lot of people that were playing vampires last season, and then once the Van Carstens took a nerf, they elected to switch over to other races. I think Names is still holding out strong though on the vampires. He's a believer.
Yeah. And so am I. So am I. I like them nonetheless, even though.
Yeah, no, very strong race. They certainly have a lot of other options too that are very strong tier 3 units. Very cool actually. A lot of the tier 3 units have very kiss curse elements to them, where they have elements where they're very strong, but they have a limiting factor to them, be it like daytime, nighttime, or just a amount of units you can construct. So it's nice to see not just the power level of the units being addressed, but other inhibiting factors being addressing their power creep. Not sure. Did they call for like a break or?
Yeah, Frosty asked for a bit of time off, and I think Camset has forgotten that he's the lobby admin, maybe. Camset, if you're hearing this, please kick out the random dude. Because okay, he has kicked. Okay, he's here.
Yeah, and in posterity, we might want to have like a caster channel in here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're on Twitch live.
Yeah. I normally am not mean to people who randomly come, but it has happened to me once that one dude, like I was the host, and one random dude appeared in the lobby, and we were the referees. So the game has started of two players and myself and one random dude, and I was desynced, and the random dude just paused the game to grief the two players. So that's why I would rather not have random people here.
Yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, you know,
Yeah, he
honestly,
can troll pause. He can just troll pause all the time, and we won't be able to do anything about it. I
oh,
think.
Dark Elves versus Ogres. I don't think we've ever seen this matchup this season. At least I sure haven't. Be very
I think I
interesting.
lost. I think I lost as Dark Elves too. Yeah, I've actually lost to Airenikus as Dark Elves versus his ogres in the Adept League. It was a fun game. I held well, but
Okay.
Airenikus got the better of me. Yeah. Super curious to see what Frostbitten will show us. Like one of the most um, diverse players with the races, has some interesting strats up his sleeve. So very, yeah, I always enjoy his games very much.
Yep. Airenikus electing to go Ogres. Curious to see what specialization we'll see out of him. If he's going to elect to go Hunger, or if maybe he'll go towards like the ogre warriors build or what have you. The ogre brutes, I think it is.
He's probably gonna go for the lead belchers in general, and the specialization. I think the strongest one by consensus is man-eaters, because they are just so strong on tier 3, or like almost undefeatable. And a little bit of a shenanigans coming up with the late altar. Interesting choice. So he has elected to go fast slaves for more wood, I presume, and late altar for, well, later first hero. There's gonna be a fast expansion. You almost can never play, I feel, Dark Elves without a fast expo, because they are so damn weak with their gold income. Slave economy is super inefficient, so you just must rush. And also, okay, and a fast dreadhole, so he wants to transition away from human slaves into elven slaves, which are less crap. Okay, which hero is it gonna be? Okay, no
Yeah.
fun. I love the Death Hag. She's so cool, I feel. But yeah, it's gonna be Fleet Master.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with I haven't seen a lot of Dark Elf players, to be honest. Not as familiar with that race.
I was musing about my third race, because I think I maybe will swap out of vampires. Uh, Although I guess I I have the privilege of just buffing them as opposed to swapping out of them. I guess, but yeah, maybe like my third favorite race right now is Dark Elves. So yeah, but I play a slightly different strat. I love the Death Hag. She's so cool.
Yeah, the hero from Frostbitten is going to be a lot later, but he does have a sizable force of Dread Spears on the board already. He's already in position to push this back, so this should be a pretty easily held harassment attempt.
Yep, and the cats were summoned too early. They have
Uh,
duration of only 30 seconds, so
uh,
they
that
come.
that might have been intentional. He might have been denying that EXP. He might have wanted to look in, poke, and knew that his cats were about to disappear and couldn't be potentially picked off to give the opponent some experience.
Yeah, that's true. So Arenicus should know, I think, that if he kills the slave master chief, the slaves are gonna be all in trouble. But maybe he doesn't know that.
Going for a creep jack here at the natural expanse. Actually, it looks like he's already cleared out the camp by the time he got here, though.
Yeah, the slave master aggroed. And I wonder how long it will take Frostbitten to notice. All of the slaves are degenerating very quickly. Yeah, Camset plays a lot of a lot of Dark Elves knows.
Oh,
that
the slave
Texas-
master gang coming back and saving the lives of slave labor force here.
Yeah.
But they are all very low health now. If I think if Airenikus comes back and sees just how much damage the worker line has taken, that's a lot of easy harassment potential.
Yeah, but you can't attack slaves. The Geneva Convention forbids it. They're invulnerable. You can only attack the slave masters.
Oh.
Yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, the tower is gonna be denied. The slave master should use her ability and try to enslave the cats. She can do it, I think, because it's in range of the slave pit. Oh wow, nice surround, almost a nice surround.
Oh, there's many.
Actually, ogre heroes are the only heroes who have 48 collision as opposed to 32, so they're 50% bulkier.
He does finally get the surround off. He's forced out of the town portal to get out of here. He also has the Tyrant's Cage. I wasn't sure if he was going to make any use of that.
Yeah, he has gone not the Manager spec, but rather the Ogre spec, which, to be honest, I don't think is all that powerful. It does buff your workers on tier 1. For 50-50, you can upgrade their health to up from 215 up to 250. So that's nice, but he didn't do this upgrade. Yeah, well, lead belchers are slowly incoming.
Yep. That's actually the spec that I thought he might go was the ogre brute or whatever spec. It seems like a fairly decent like neutral spec where it just kind of adds a little bit to you know, a lot of the different unit options that you have with your tier 1s.
Yeah, you can also go if you go tier 3, you can have very efficient mining all of a sudden. So ogre miners rather mine 20 gold.
Oh wow.
So,
Yeah, I knew that.
that's strong.
I knew the ogre workers themselves. They take you longer to get to them, but yeah, they're definitely way more efficient. I wasn't aware until yesterday that the wood splitter ogres off the mercenary camp, they carry back 100 wood per trip. Was that right?
Yeah, yeah, and they chop 10 per chop, so they're very efficient.
Oh, the lead belchers are on the board. And
Yeah, but a lot of spearmen are here, dread spears.
He does have pretty decent Sim City to be able to kite this melee troop back here and bottleneck them, although the lead belcher's getting a very quick surround and getting put down by the spearmen.
I wasn't in this surround. Or in the surround, if you're me.
It looks like Frostbitten's going to keep up the aggression here. Just electing to continue pushing into the base here. He doesn't want to allow any more tech. He doesn't want to allow any more expansion. He's just going to keep containing. He knows he's got the natural base up, so he's got a resource lead. Another surround on a lead belcher. Going to keep peeling these off to not let them get up to that critical mass.
Okay, now the Gnobler workers would suffer. And I'm still annoyed that he didn't do the upgrade for them. That would have been helpful. It's only 50 gold, 50 lumber.
Yeah, we're seeing a fair bit of just, I guess, hero or race unfamiliarity, perhaps. Another lead belcher gets netted down and surrounded by the frostbitten force here.
Yeah,
and that,
GG, well played.
yeah, very well played. Another victory to Frost, 2-0, and he takes the set.
Okay, so now Inspired has put us into a little bit of a difficult situation because unfortunately he's also playing another cup right now, the VK Play Cup of Ordinary Warcraft, so I have to check his grid and see
Oh, he's saying he's
what
ready
match
right
he's
now.
playing. Okay, if that's the case, then super cool. Yeah,